Hey, Chris Jarvis here. Welcome to day 2 of Your Turnaround. Yesterday we talked about mindset and we talked about your big dreams. Now, think about big dreams. Got my saxophone, my tuxedo. You know what a really big dream? The guys who built the Titanic. They had a dream of a boat that was unsinkable, that would go across the Atlantic. And what happened then, what most people don't know, is that the Titanic, it did hit an iceberg, but it wasn't the iceberg that sank the Titanic. The Titanic probably would have survived and floated had the captain of the ship just stopped the ship, floated, assessed the situation, and then recharted a course, which we talked about a little bit in the intro. Instead, they sped up and tried to get to New York as fast as possible. In doing that, they ended up pushing more water in through the hole. They ripped through the hull, created a lot of flooding, and they had quite a few deaths. So it was a horrible situation. Now, if you remember in the movie, the people who looked a little bit like I do now, the band in their tuxedo and playing their musical instruments, well, they played as the ship went down, and it was an honorable thing for them to do, to play all the way down into the ocean. Now, what does this have to do with insurance? Well, two things. One, the insurance industry is broken. If you read any of the industry reports that may come from PricewaterhouseCoopers or come from McKinsey, both of which are available below, so feel free to download those and read them for yourself. They're very thorough and very interesting, and quite a bit scary actually. The industry is struggling, and as a result, you as the agent, if you don't take action, you may end up going down with the ship. And there is no honor in going down with the ship. You need to do something to take care of yourself. Preserve your career, your family, your clients. Let's do something. So if you don't believe me, let me talk a little bit about the McKinsey report. That I'm going to read some of this because I want to make sure I get it right. That they talk about the transition of being profitable and what the insurance industry has to do. And they give them 4 different recommendations. And one of them is to talk about insurance as living benefits, not death benefits. That makes some sense. They talk about targeting clients directly when trigger events happen. So this is them marketing to the clients that they have historically relied on us to talk to the clients about. So they might be going around us. The third is to embed the brand at the right time. So make sure that they're talking to clients and they're introducing themselves at the right time, not just all the time. Okay, that's not as interesting. The fourth one is of great concern. The fourth recommendation is to create a dynamic and seamless consumer experience, including multi-channel distribution and engagement that does not rely solely on a human advisor. So the key things there, multi-channel distribution and not rely solely on a human advisor. Now right now, insurance, the one channel is us. We're agents, we sell it. Multi-channel means that the strategic advisors are telling the insurance industry, look for other ways to sell the product. What they're also saying is not through a human advisor, whether that's a robo-advisor or some other type of distribution channel. These are things that threaten the very existence of insurance agents today. So the people who are giving the advice to the companies that pay us are telling them basically to try and find a way to work without us. So what can we do? Well, if you want to survive and even possibly thrive in this new environment that's about to take place in the insurance industry, there is one bit of advice I'm going to give you, and that is you must become more valuable. More valuable to clients, more valuable to their advisors, more valuable to your referral sources, more valuable to your agency, more valuable to the insurance carriers. Yeah, to all of them. You have to become more valuable or you may be replaced. So how are you going to become more valuable? Well, here's our homework for today. Look down below and download your turnaround form, today's turnaround form for today. And you're going to answer those questions. You're going to answer those questions from the perspective of you as an agent, you as someone who owns a firm or an agency. So your company and you, look through your own eyes and answer these questions honestly. Remember, honest answers are where you find true breakthroughs. So answer honestly. When you're done, I want you to take those same questions and I want you to ask those questions of your clients. I want you to ask them of your favorite clients. I want you to ask them of your most difficult clients. the ones who are most critical of you. I also want you to ask those questions of your referral sources. And I want you to ask those questions of the referral sources who aren't sending you business. So these are people you know have clients for you who haven't brought them to you. So once you understand what you think you can do better, and you go and ask the people who could help you get to the next level what you could do better, take those two sets of answers, and then next to those two sets of answers, I want you to go back to your big ideas from yesterday. So your great ideas. Look at some of those ideas and see if there isn't a little bit of overlap of the work you did yesterday and the work that you're going to do tonight. And maybe something really interesting will spark. Now remember, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I'm happy to be here to help you see differently so you can sales differently. I'll see you tomorrow.
Chris Jarvis.